yeah, it's buffering because I was not on the page. You good? Okay. Yep. See. Oh, hello, my three people. Yes, no, you didn't get to see my videos. I think they're still uploading, ain't they? Thank you for a thumbs up. Two people. Did you thumbs up, Shakira? Or was one of those yours? Oh, I see Joss did a video. I think the title was, what was her title? Hey, Queen Mother. How you doing? Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Yeah, I think Josie's video, I think it said 7 hours ago, and the title of hers was "Shut the hell up if you haven't served your country." I don't know who she's talking about. Hey, Mother, you getting your packing done? You moving? Hey, Munch Bar. Turn the light on for my puppies. Turn the light on for my dogs. Oh, yeah. Oh, they sleep? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they should be. I guess I should have left the light off. I didn't realize how lady was. Hold on 1 minute, I'll be right. I'm trying to get y'all covered. Hey, Miss Burnett, how you doing? Go sit down. Get down. Get down. No. Ooh, I don't know why I got y'all. Let y'all in here. Y'all don't know how to act. Get up. Go sit down. glad to see you. How you doing? I'm glad you came by to say hello. Hope y'all doing okay. And tell the rest of them I said, hey, and hang in there. Good. Yeah, hang on in there. It would work out. Get down, Onyx. Let me see what I'm gonna. Glad you came by. Said hey. I hadn't seen you in a while, a little bit. All right, you have a good one too, okay? Let's see here. You've been busy? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah. Yeah. You have a good one. All right. Good night. So how are y'all doing? Let's see here. I'm trying to see if I'm got this again. My lips are so dry. I'll start off reading. All right. What you doing, Much? What you been doing today, Much? Can y'all hear me? I didn't know it was this late. Okay. I'm going to read out of this torch. And this story is called Twilight, the soft light between sunlight and darkness. I once heard it said that you get shown the light in the strangest places if you look at it right. Well, after being diagnosed with stage 3 ovarian cancer in October 2000, a darkness enveloped my life like no other. I had previously experienced some stomach problems and had noticed a marble-sized lump visible near my navel. I was referred to a surgeon who promptly removed the lump and biopsied it. I received the numbing news that I had an offshoot of ovarian cancer. Never think about on site. It's Aquarius here. I didn't see it. Where's she at? Oh, there you are. Hey, Aquarius. I didn't see you there. Okay. I began a regimen of six chemotherapy treatments and followed by more chemo. I then experienced a 2-year remission from my enemy. After that seemingly brief hiatus, I had a 2-year remission. Oh, there I go again, hiatus. Okay, I had a recurrence that required more surgery and more chemotherapy. I was blessed to have another 2-year remission before the cancer recurred. Hey, how you doing, T? Glad to see you. Thank you for coming. I was blessed to have another 2-year remission before the cancer recurred. Once again, more chemo, more surgery. Just about the time I thought that the darkest time may be over, I lost my best friend, my mother. This was in 2004. It was a painful time for me, but I was fortunate to still have the most wonderful husband. Bruce and I had been married almost 51 years. We had 2 sons and a daughter and 7 grandchildren. Bruce was experiencing a myriad of health issues of his own due to diabetes. However, he was my constant cheerleader during my illness. He was my small bit of light in an otherwise dark time. Nothing could have prepared me for the shock of his unexpected death during a hospital outpatient procedure. I took him to the hospital for the routine procedure. I just thought we would be going home afterward. It never dawned on me we wouldn't. I would, but Bruce wouldn't. How was I to summon the strength to continue? If God loves me, and I believe he does, why did this have to happen? We were just beginning 2006. It was off to an awful start. While it has been difficult at times to keep up the continued fight against the prayer that preys on me, light has filtered through in various places. God has shown me how many children, grandchildren, doctors, friends, and of course, the ovarian cancer support group are there for me. Our loving leader, Jan, and the ladies in the group share a bond like no other. I consider them to be sisters I never had. How ironic that I had been hesitant at first to attend a support meeting. I thought, who wants to be around other sick women? If I look around, I can find the light. The blessings in my life and the weekly group meetings have proven to be just that, blessings. Somehow, I earned the nickname Strawberry Shortcake. It could be because of my height or lack of. I am called Shortcake and receive gifts. Hey, Miss TR, how you doing? And receive gifts of strawberry-themed cards, favors, and even bubble bath. Another boost to my life are the twice-a-week line dancing classes I attend. We are all seniors, mostly women and 3 or 4 brave men. The movement music, and rhythm assist in helping my mind focus away from the troubling thoughts. Other happy times are spent in the kitchen, baking, or cooking favorite dishes to share with my family and friends. Thinking of others shifts my brain from thinking of myself. I am fortunate in having two of my three children close by. My son lives in Dallas and my daughter in San Antonio. She makes frequent trips to Dallas to visit or to take me home with her for a few days. She's made it very comfortable for me. There are living quarters for me in the back of her house. She keeps the fridge stocked with bluebell and sugar-free toppings. I have everything I need there, and I have extended invitation to come and make the move permanent. For now, I have elderly aunts here in Dallas, and I like knowing that I can keep an eye on them and run errands when necessary. It's also nice to know I have a home when I am ready in San Antonio. I would characterize my present status, physically and emotionally, as being in a twilight time. Twilight, that soft light between sunset and darkness. Today, at this moment, I am considered stable. I have the highs and the lows, the joy in the depths of despair. For now, I am satisfied and thankful for being in between, in the twilight. This is by Ellen. Let's see if anybody came in. Yeah, Miss TR, how you doing? How you doing? T no T. Shakira, what happened to T no T? Or was it a troll? Kato, turn it down some. Okay, this is Into the Light. I believe in miracles. I believe in life after death. I believe that each of us owns a divine purpose in all our energy forms, and every circumstance is necessary to the tiniest of these details. I did not always think exactly in that manner. This is a God inspired philosophy that evolved over time. My worldly path there, like most, was not easy and is certainly ongoing. However, I would say I am a predominantly joyful person full of hope. My family would lovingly and proudly tease me when I was a kid, saying, "Laura always sticks up for the underdog." My beautiful sister adds, perpetually looking at the world with rose-colored glasses. They're right. This is how I choose to live, how I choose to see humanity, how I cherish myself and the ones I love. Please don't misunderstand. It is impossible to ignore all the sorrow and suffering of this world. It's just that I know we have unimaginable power as human beings to make our heart and this world a better place. Despite crime, inequality, hunger, war, poverty, evil, hate, deception, abuse, despite cancer. I believe in second chances. I believe there is always light at the end and even the darkest tunnels. I believe that I can do anything through Christ who lives in my heart, making me pure and beautiful and smart and the woman that I am. When I was 26 years old, I began suffering from symptoms of ovarian cancer. 3 years later, I was wheeled into surgery to remove what were thought to be benign cysts. I came out of the hospital with a whole new life. Gone was the false sense of security, of good health. Gone was the dream of ever having children of my own. Gone was a smooth belly without scarring and adhesive. I had cancer. That was a lot to understand. So began my journey toward recovery. The pig-headed Laura has a huge sense of independence and a wild streak that feeds an incredible, insatiable desire for adventure. No fear, huge confidence. All right, Queen Mother. No fear, huge confidence, no regrets. Gone with the pig-headed Laura. I was scared, I was sad, I felt alone. I believe God gives you what you need at every turn. I believe that when we love one another and expect the very best, people are innately good. I believe none of us are perfect, but we have a responsibility to do the right thing. Friends, I have lied, cheated, stolen, cussed, smoked, drank. I have prayed, loved, supported, dreamed, given, thanked until cancer. I had always known who I am, whether acting out or acting right. After that diagnosis, I froze in my grief and despair and fear. I was lost, confused, and wedged. And it was odd that I found myself in the basement of a hospital, attending an ovarian cancer support group. But those women changed my life in so many wonderful ways. I learned how to reinvent myself, put others before me, express my pain, cry, and laugh again. I learned how to honor my body, delight my gifts, cherish and forgive. I learned how to dream again, have hope, give back, accept my loss, and soar. I learned that I am special if I set myself apart and that cancer makes me stronger, not weaker. I learned that I am brave, unique, blessed, and beautiful despite my scars. I learned it is okay to be sad and angry, but better to do something about it for good. I earned every day a gift, and I have an incredible family and a loving and kind husband. I believe that there is always someone who has a worse set of circumstances than my own. I believe that what we give, God gives back tenfold. I believe that when the fog of fear lifted, we have an amazing glimpse at paradise. My ovarian cancer support group sisters mean more to me than they would ever imagine. They have taught me so much and encouraged me in everything I undertake. I carry each of them in my heart and am so grateful to have known every one of these darling warriors. They are my inspiration, my hope, my reason, and a gift far beyond measure. I love them. I thank them. I rejoice in their beauty. They make me not afraid. I believe that when I die, I will have eternal life. I believe that in heaven, God will let me help paint the sunset. I believe that in spirit form, I will have a greater ability to love and guide and protect those who are most important to me. And this was written by Laura Williams. You did. Yep. My water, my mouth is dry. Okay. The name of this, the Sunshine Connection. Says, blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of mercies and God of all comfort, who comforts us in all our affliction, so that we may be able to comfort those who are in affliction with the comfort with which we ourselves are comforted by God. 2 Corinthians 1:3-4. When crises come and emotions crumble, questions multiply. We may ask, how can I cope? What next? God, where are you? Is there light at the end of this tunnel? The past 2.5 years, I have been acquainted with women who ask similar questions. When I know someone else survived an experience and I find myself in a similar situation, I feel that I can survive too. This is the reason I joined the VETCO support group at Baylor in Dallas, Texas. It is my hope that sharing my experience with ovarian cancer will help you with your personal journey and with this disease. I was a caregiver for my mother for some years before a crippling stroke left her totally dependent on others for her care. My mother needed constant care for a year before the Lord took her home. My body was reeling from incredible stress, depression, and fatigue after mom died. In August 2004, 11 months after my mother's death, I was diagnosed with stage 3C ovarian cancer. I had visited my family doctor in June, July, and August 2004 with the complaints of abdominal swelling, indigestion, nausea, extreme fatigue, and the inability to empty my bladder. My doctor ran a urine test and said it was negative for any type of infection. He went on to tell me it was probably my age, 60 years old, and or the heat of the Texas summer getting to me. I thanked him and left his office knowing full well it was not my imagination. The doctor caught up with me before I left his office and suggested that I have a vaginal sonogram. I told him I had an appointment with my gynecologist in Dallas the next day, and I would ask her to do the test. After all, I was thinking, you have had 3 months to do something. That evening, I prayed for God's help. Unable to sleep, I got out of bed and looked for my Mayo Clinic health book. For some reason, I started looking at female cancers. There it was, ovarian cancer. My immediate response was, oh my God, do I have ovarian cancer? The next day, as I drove to Dallas to see my gynecologist, all I could think of was the possibility of cancer. As I told my doctor of the symptoms, not mentioning what I had read in the Mayo Clinic health book the night before, I saw the concerned look on her face. I could tell I was in trouble. Even before the doctor examined me, based on my symptoms, She said she was afraid it could be ovarian cancer. The pelvic exam did not indicate any unusual findings. Off to x-ray, I went for a vaginal sonogram. When the x-ray technician was finished, she sent me back to my doctor's office. When Dr. Rowe entered into her personal office where I was, she chose to sit beside me and not at her desk. She took my hand and told me it was ovarian cancer. She went on to say it appeared to be late stage. I noticed tears collecting in her eyes. Thank you, God, for doctors who see me not as only as a patient, but as a person. She told me that she knew a oncologist that she would like to recommend for me to see. I asked her to make the appointment with this Dr. Fine and left her office, assuring her I was able to drive myself home. As I drove home 60 miles east of Dallas, I prayed for wisdom to tell my husband Jim and our daughter Stephanie about my serious disease. How can I cope? Prayer for me is very important. I immediately asked my family, friends, and my church family to pray for me and my family. I had surgery within 7 days of my diagnosis. I had confidence in Dr. Fine as my surgeon. After all, I had asked God for the best doctor and nurses to surround me. Family and friends took turns taking care of me after surgery. A couple of days after surgery, Dr. Fine came into my room to explain to me what to expect in the upcoming months of treatment. He told me I would start chemo treatments within 3 weeks with Taxol and carboplatin, the standard treatment for ovarian cancer. Then Dr. Fine went on to tell me that he would like for me to go to MD Anderson for a protocol trial, including high dose chemo, autologous bone marrow transplant. To qualify for this protocol, I would have to have a second look surgery after I finished chemo. He also said he would like for me to talk to one of his patients who had finished the trial at MD Anderson. He said she could help me with valuable information. Debbie, the patient Dr. Fine told me about, called after I was home from surgery. Her voice was so compassionate, and her story of experience was reassuring. She told me of her remission since her treatment at MD Anderson. She shared what I could expect there and helped with valuable information. Debbie also encouraged me to attend ovarian cancer support group at Baylor. I had a second look surgery on February 14, 2005. All the biopsies showed no cancer. Our insurance said the MD Anderson trial was experimental and investigational and denied me coverage. My husband's company stepped in and made my trip to MD Anderson possible in July 2005. As I prepared for my Houston trip, I was told I would need caregivers for 9 weeks. My first thought was, where am I going to get all this help? My daughter in Indiana has two small children to care for. My husband, chief pilot for his company, could not be away from his job for that long. The news traveled fast to family and friends for my needs for the MD Anderson trip. Calls came pouring in. Within a very short time, my needs were met, and a complete schedule of caregivers that included family and friends was in place. My husband filled in the gaps as needed. He came nearly every week to shuttle caregivers and encourage me along the way. Many others, too many to name, were so supportive with food, cards, and emails. The bond I share with all these people who bless me with their skills of caregiving is amazing. After 9 weeks at MD Anderson, I went home September 2005. I was very weak, but very hopeful that this treatment would allow me a long remission or even better, a cure. What next? In February 2006, my CA 125 was 12.7. That was great. Then a month went by and it was up to 17.2. Another month went by and it was 26.4. Then hey, we're Brooklyn, how you doing? Nice to see you. What next? In February 2006, my CA 125 was 12.7. That was great. Then a month went by and it was up to 17.2. Another month went by and it was 26.4. When the CA 125 reached 31.9 in June 2006, Dr. Fine said he believed I was in recurrence. My CT scan showed nothing for the past few months. Dr. Fine said, Betty, we need to start treatment. I said, hold on. I need more than a CA 125 rising to convince me that it is back. A PET scan was ordered and it showed a hot spot in my lower right abdomen where the appendix used to be. The appendix was cancerous and removed with the initial surgery. Dr. Fine thought this was the beginning of my recurrence. I let him know I was ready to start treatments. I delayed treatments for a month. I had promised my 2 small grandchildren early in the year that they could come and stay with Nana and Papa for a month for their summer vacation. On August 26, 2006, I started chemo treatments. Dr. Fine's choice for treatment was carboplatin because my platelets went down to 18. He recommended a different chemotherapy. By September, after trying two treatments of Doxil, my CA 125 had risen to 108. Because of the rapid increase of my CA 125, the Doxil treatment was discontinued. My CT scan was still negative in November. This was very troubling because I wanted to see what I was fighting. In November, we started treatment with cisplatin and Gemzar, and my CA 125 was up to 147. By the time I had my second treatment using cisplatin and Gemzar, my platelets were down to 16. Another CT scan was done on January 3rd, 2007. Finally, the cancer showed itself. Dr. Fine called me late that night to tell me that my CT scan was not good. He had conferred with another surgeon. The cancer was covering the left side of my intestines and colon. It was inoperable. Dr. Fine said he would like to see me. He would like me to see a Dr. Beavers in Houston, as he felt he had done all he could do for me. Dr. Beavers is connected with MD Anderson, and Dr. Fine said he would know of various trials available there. And he also specialized in unusual cases such as mine. My husband and I stayed up most of that night. We held each other, crying and praying. God, where are you? That Sunday, Jim and I went to our evening Bible study group and shared the latest news with them. The women and men in that group have been our faithful prayer warriors since my diagnosis. That night, they all placed their emotions before God, asking for a miracle for me. After our prayers, I left the peace that can only come from God. The next morning, I woke up and had the strangest thing happen. I felt as if someone had slapped me on my forehead. Just then, my thought was to go and see Dr. Beavers in Houston for a second opinion. A couple of hours passed. My daughter called and she had talked to Dr. Fine. He told her he really wanted me to go to see this doctor in Houston. Stephanie went on to say, Mom, you need to get another opinion. The next day, I called Becky, one of my dear friends in my support group, and I shared the news of the CT scan with her. As always, she reassured me with scriptures of God's promises to me. Becky is always there with hope when I need it. She is amazing. You see, she has her own battle with ovarian cancer, but she always finds time to lift me as well as others in the group up when we need it most. She is one of those helpers I prayed for God to send. Becky sent out an email to the support group asking for a prayer for me. The next morning was a cold, damp, overcast day. I made a cup of coffee and went out to my back patio to talk to God. I reached up to the heavens, my hand outstretched, and cried, God, please help me. Send me some sunshine today to let me know you are here with me. I knew the warmth of the sun would assure me he was near. I finished my cup of coffee and prayers and went inside. Just then the phone rang. It was Becky. She called to make sure that I was okay. After we finished our talk, my phone rang again. That was Dodie, also from the support group. Dodie is a 17-year survivor of ovarian cancer. She is a beacon of hope for all of us. As we talked, she also encouraged me to go to see the doctor in Houston for another opinion. Dodie was sharing scripture with me when all of a sudden I realized that God had just sent me the sunshine I had asked him for. Becky and Dodie were his gift of sunshine for me that day. I was still sitting in the rocking chair in my bedroom when another amazing thing happened. This bright sunshine broke out of the clouds, filling my bedroom with this luminous light. I choked back my tears. God is once again letting me know He is so very near to me today. Thank you, God, for the sunshine, Jesus, that is in my life every day. My visit with Dr. Beavers in Houston went well. He said he believed the stem cell transplant with all the chemo has damaged my bone marrow. I also had a call from Dr. Fine's office letting me know that my CA-125 had dropped from 149 to 63. It was amazing that the little chemo we were able to get into me was indeed working. Jim and I left from Houston with renewed hope for my treatments. I had 2 more cisplatin and Gemzar treatments, which were lowered by 20% per Dr. Beaver's instructions. We really hope this would not cause my platelets to crash. However, my platelets went down to 16. I had to have a platelet transfusion. 3 weeks passed with no chemo because my platelets were still down. In the meantime, my daughter and grandchildren came from Indiana for a visit I really needed. Dr. Fine and I were discussing my chemo schedule or the lack of one when I told him that my family was the best medicine for me at this time. I know he really concerned I know he is really concerned for me not being on a schedule, and I am too. But I know it will all work out. Is there light at the end of this tunnel? Dr. Fine just called. I felt immediately it was bad news about my recent CA 125. No, he is happy, really happy. Betty, I am looking at your CA 125 and it is 23. I asked him, are you sure, Dr. Fine? Are you sure you are looking at my lab work? Yes, he concurred. I started crying. I have not allowed myself to cry in front of Dr. Fine before now. I explained to Dr. Fine, these are tears of joy. There was a pause. Dr. Fine said, well, I will go now before you have me crying. Is he not precious? As you face the hills and valleys set before you, it is my hope that this prayer will provide you with some sunshine along the way. God, you know my feelings are going haywire. They scream and shout that this situation is terrible and there is no hope. God, I hope in you. I can't see what you are doing, but I trust that you are working this situation together for good. Thank you that you have promised to use it to make me more like Christ. This is what I want. It just doesn't feel good today. Give me the strength to focus my eyes on you and not on what I can see. Amen. This was by Betty Skinner. Okay, then. Let's see. Real Brooklyn. Hey, Real Brooklyn. Excuse me. Oh, what y'all talking about? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, yeah. Any questions, comments, anything? So, what's been going on? Since y'all don't have any questions, let me see. Let me try to. I want to find these symptoms so I can read them again. Yeah, if you can, I don't know if you can, I don't know if you can buy it, but let's see if you can. Can you see that? Okay. Yeah, you could probably call them, and they probably was possibly send you the books, because we gave them away, and they may have some new ones that came out since. Y'all have anything to talk about that y'all wanna? I'm just gonna read these symptoms just in case anybody new listening, looking, listening, or anything. This is stop, look, and listen. Some symptoms of ovarian cancer. Ovarian cancer is referred as the whisper, that it whispers. It's a silent killer. That's what it's called. All right, Miss TR. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Okay, Mom's still here. Oh, okay. Ovarian cancer whispers. Pay attention. It's the some of the symptoms. Excuse me. Bloating, abdominal pain, fatigue, painful intercourse, backache, constipation or diarrhea, feeling of fullness when eating, increased urination, indigestion, and let's see the ones that are leg pain, diverculitis. I should have wrote the rest of them in here, but I did. But yeah, those are some of the symptoms of ovarian cancer. I know I missed what backache, leg pain. They go the other ones, but yeah, I'll write them in there next time I decide to read. Anything going on? Yeah, the button. Okay, I had a total hysterectomy. Oh, okay, okay. All right then, total hysterectomy. Okay. Well, no, let's see, 20. Okay, 20 years ago. All right, all right. That is good. Cause you okay? You had breast cancer. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, yeah. Okay. So who's live? Well, I guess I should have said who's not live, unless everybody done finished. think December 2012. Oh, okay, that's good. Been a while. Mm-hmm. Yeah, congratulations. I am glad for you. Yeah. Somebody just showed me a message saying, which I already knew, this said VS didn't have a no bail or bond. From my right first. Oh, okay, okay. They just took one of them. That's good. Yeah. That is good. Hmm. Wow. It's been busy, hot on these streets, huh? Well, I guess we can. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay. It was in your right breast. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking of. Okay, just direct me. I was thinking something else. Mm-hmm. Excellent. Well, we don't have anything y'all want to chit chat about it. Um, I think they said 5 was loud. I mean loud. I mean live. Yeah. But yeah, optimism to find something to talk about. Much of what's been going on. I know you know. You be moving around. I think it's live now. Oh, okay, okay. Yes. Okay, she's live. Okay. Yeah. So well, I guess I can let y'all go. I did what I wanted to do was read, do my reading. I guess much ain't much going on except for the VS stuff. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. It's been. I say it's been quiet, but with the exception of those that want to see all the videos and hear all the truths and the lies about what's going on. So, oh, my lips are dry. Oh, I thought she had turned herself in, but they said I'm gonna. Oh, okay, okay. Um, I thought she had turned herself in, but then later I heard that they came and arrested her at four in the morning this morning. So, because I was thinking to myself, she shouldn't have turned herself in on the weekend, because they came and got her. Oh, okay, yeah. Because if you turn yourself in on the weekend, you're gonna spend time in jail until Monday to see the judge. But since they came and got her, she ain't had no she ain't had no control on that. Yeah, yeah. My lips is just dry, peeling. Yeah, so yeah, and on her kids was at home at that time of morning. and they probably had to stay at home by themselves. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because people just, but the part I can get, I just don't do understand how people can be celebrating and so happy about somebody having to go to jail, and especially with kids that have kids, at home. They're single mother, and those kids probably have never been a day without their mom. So 4 o'clock in the morning, can you imagine? They probably were scared out of their wits. Because her family is in Mississippi, I think. Yeah, yeah, it's something else. It is something else. You had to know they were coming. What? VS? They probably didn't tell us that they was coming. Yeah, police don't call you and say, "Hey, I'm coming to get you." They just came probably did that knock. She may have had a feeling, after you hear a police knock, you'll know a police knock.
Oh.
I don't think she was thinking that they would come get her. Yeah, yeah, police knock. um, but hopefully, she had sent, will send her kids somewhere, because they go to school, where she lived, and I don't know, but hopefully, because I know that probably scared the heck out of them. That come in have to see your mother being put in handcuffs. Neither one of them may probably don't drive. Hey, lovely. Uh, no, just battery. Mm-mm. It probably didn't surprise her, but okay. Um, I don't think it surprised her. She probably knew eventually, but I don't think I probably had a feeling that it would be 4 o'clock in the morning, because she had came on last night. She did a live last night, and she had said that she will be on today to do Mess Express. So I don't think she was. She may have thought maybe, but then I don't know. I just. Mm, yeah, and some of these people were had looked up the charges of whatever. She should have went to a friend's house. Yeah, yeah. She came on YouTube. Yeah, she had came on last night because she was laying down. Picked that up. She was laying down on the couch. You know, because Could be a stop him from leaving. Charge is battery. It was it battery? Okay, I could see. Usually it's assault, simple assault, or I guess they maybe they still use assault and battery, um, but abduction. That's what I didn't get. I didn't get. They call it something else. Yeah, it's a simple assault. We don't know what the charge is. Well, cause all I thought they would get her on was, I mean, simple assault. She had a fight. I mean, she hit the woman, struck the woman, simple assault. I had no clue they were gonna try and trump up the charges by saying abduction. Go ahead, man. By saying abduction, and that's not gonna stick. That's not gonna stick. Uh, that's just what detectives, when they write out, when they do the report, that they read what the police wrote. That's the Commonwealth. Oh, well, that may be something different than I know. I don't know anything about what Commonwealth is, but uh, that's normally what the detectives do when they get the reports from the police. They end up having to write their own report from what they're reading, and if they talk to, you know, the woman, um, and they write their own reports up, and they can uh, write out the charge, charge, try to bump it up, this, to see if they can get something more than a misdemeanor. But just because they write it up doesn't mean that it's going to be that. Because once they write it up, they have to send it in to the DA. And the DA look at the DA is going to be the people that's going to say, okay, yeah, we can charge the person with this or whatever they're going to charge you with, and they can put in motion and then sometimes they have to send it to the grand jury, and the grand jury is the ones that say if it's can be, they can hold a trial, or if not, they'll say no, this is not a good charge, and so they can reduce it to something else. But I don't know where they got abduction from. I've never heard anything like that over a fight or hitting somebody in the head or whatever. That's quite trumped up. I don't think it's gonna stick. She has a history of past behavior with violence. She get an ankle bracelet in probation. She may get. I don't think an ankle bracelet, because I mean assault. Because I don't think the abduction is going to stick. Uh, and then the stuff with Sean Bradley and Fabe is something totally different. Uh, you can't just something in Chicago and something in Baltimore. That stuff doesn't have anything to do with the fight in IHOP. It has nothing to do with it. So I don't see them trying to, while they trying to use that, thinking they can jump on the bandwagon of the IHOP thing and jump, try to get their case included. It's not You can't. I mean, it's Chicago and Baltimore. Yeah, so they can't do anything to help them about some other case. Anytime you hold someone against their will is kidnapping or abduction. Yeah, but that's a trumped up charge. Yeah, that they'll try anything. They even will probably tell you, I don't think it's gonna stick, but we'll try it. Yeah. Yeah. When the judge sees gonna shut a judge reading like what? And y'all tried that, okay? Detective, you tried that. No, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna stick. Yeah. But yeah, they'll hey B Town. Hey, yeah, they'll try it. But it's just a sad thing, all the way around. It's sad for me because I just hate to see that so many people want to celebrate, uh, wants to celebrate um, this woman being, put in jail. And being away from her kids that probably have never been away from their mother. So, they probably just, and they, 4 something in the morning, they probably didn't have a clue what to do. Because I don't think they have anybody that's any relatives or family uh, that could have came and, got them or whatever. But that's the sad part for me. Yeah. And I've just been so puzzled. Why, why would law enforcement try to push that abduction? Yep. So hopefully, just Monday comes and she'll get to see the judge and get a bond set. No, I didn't see it. Did Rita make a couple of videos of her? You cried? Oh, laughing. You cried laughing. Uh, which one did? Which one of Aquarius? I don't know if did she make two? Look like I've seen. Look like yeah. Look like I've seen two of them. Two videos or something, or did I? Did she make that many? I'm gonna have to go uh, check it out. Once she made videos of Pretty Ricky. What did What did Pretty Ricky do to her? Okay. So did Pretty Ricky say something about her or something? What Pretty Ricky got her? Oh, did? Oh, really? Oh my! I'm gonna have to look at. I'm gonna have to look at that again. Cause usually if I see that I don't. Hmm, yeah, I think it's hard finding her video um, under under Mo, cause I don't even know if that's her name. You might have to. You might have to like find one of my videos that has her name in it. Yeah, yeah. You might have to find one of my videos where her name is in the video, and then just click on her name. Cause I think everybody that tried um, haven't been able to find it. But yeah, I have yeah, I may have seen it because it should be downloaded by now. But I did a video, um, just saying my feelings about basically, or she roasting Rita right now. That boy Rita, well, Rita be holding her own. And she don't even be caring if she get roasted. She just roast them right on back. But yeah, I made a video somehow. I don't know when I don't do when I just do a video and not do it live. It always seems to cut my video in half. So I don't so I did I made a video about. No, she don't care. I guess to Rita, that's just what she does anyway. You know, she says she was a roasting gagger, so I guess it doesn't bother. She's hilarious. I just can't. Um, I had seen one of her videos, and I went ahead and clicked on it when I seen Pretty Ricky, and it just took her too long to come into the video. I don't have patience to wait, but I guess I'll go back and watch it. So this is good. I have to watch both of them. But yeah, I made a video just saying how I felt about people celebrating the fact that she went to jail. So you'll see a part one, part two. Um, it was still downloading. So she has read it down. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch it now. Oh my God. Got to watch it again. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it's finally downloaded. I don't know why they break my video in half when I do just a video, not a live. So Munch bar. Munch, where you been?
Alicia, bye.
Yeah. I can't wait to get new charger. Yeah, I made one. I made one about what I had watched Trish video. I made one after hers, but her she did it. Her video was pretty good. I it was okay, and basically she was just saying the same thing that for people to be celebrating the fact that she's going to jail, taken away from her kids, and being taken away from her kids, and over a fight or her punching the woman or whatever, however they want to call it. Because I was changing. I said not a fight. I guess you can't consider it a fight if the lady didn't get a punch back. She didn't hit back, or she didn't get a chance to fight back or whatever. But still, uh, she talking about she will drive to Virginia Monday, and there was another lady in there said she'll go too. She would go to go to the I guess to go to court with just because she celebrated so many other people's hardship. Yeah, yeah. And I've been in the profession that I've been in. I've and not many people that I have arrested. Hey, stop it! Many people that I have arrested. I don't know. I just can't. Even though the stuff, the stuff that I've heard she done, because I wasn't here when none of that stuff was done. I just still can't celebrate that, or I can't feel that it's good for her. Like people say, that's what she gets. But I don't know. I'm different. People may think that I probably wouldn't be a person that for it to bother me that much, but it does. And then I look at the fact that whatever that other stuff that was done, that was that, and that was at that time, and nobody don't seem like anybody didn't get her arrested or taken down for that. But what we're talking about now is what happened at IHOP, and that's where I don't I can't celebrate that. Oh no, I'm not saying you celebrate. But some people are. Well, it's hard for me to feel something. Yeah, and that's understandable. Yeah, because I even said that. Don't get me wrong, because the stuff that I've heard that she's done, and the doxing that I know of that she's done, and the putting people, deceased relatives on YouTube in their casket, that is absolutely wrong by any means. That should not have been done. And doxing people is not cool, because all that is done for is to hurt people and to embarrass people, and cause people a bunch of stress, and yeah, it's not right. Mm-mm. But then and then you think about that if you could put yourself in her, just the IHOP situation, nothing else. If you can put yourself in her shoes when that happened, what how would you have handled it? And a lot of people said they probably would do the same thing, or they probably wouldn't even let her left the table before they whooped her butt. Um, so to me, that's been you've been say that you would do the same thing, but yet want to see her go to jail. Uh, that don't sound right. But me, not everybody's doing it. I'm not confrontational, and I'm not a fighter. So I can't say I wouldn't have did it the way she did it, and that's mainly because of the profession that I have been in. That's not what we do. We don't fight. No, not like that. If criminals, yes, we do, but we get paid to do that. But in my personal life, I don't fight to people. Mm. But yeah, you know, you do wrong. You do people wrong. That stuff should never have been done. It's heartless to know that you put somebody's deceased loved one on the internet, on YouTube. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Mm-mm. And just hope. I hope that people have learned some lessons. And if she get out of this mess and comes back to YouTube, hopefully it changes her, and she don't do she quit doing the stuff that she's been doing, because if not, yeah, she may end up in something else where she end up in jail and have some real charges. So I I just hope she learned a lesson, become change and become a better person. You know, and realize it's not worth it doing the stuff that they do. Don't do. That's not worth it. Shoot. Cause I know doggone well I wouldn't go. I ain't trying to go to no jail for nobody. Shoot. Lessons to learn, and a lesson for what's her name, Sharice too. Hope she learned a lesson that you don't go where you're not invited, and being confrontational and being the aggressor because you showed up where you was not invited, and that's stalkerish behavior. When somebody told you to leave them alone, and you find out where they are and then show up. Yeah. Hopefully she learned a lesson. Is there? I ready to do purchase. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So I hope she learned a lesson too. You know, getting bopped in the head. Um, yeah, none of that should have happened anyway. None of it. Yeah. It makes me think because uh, it's hard for me to think about people, even people that I've taken to jail, if they have never been to jail. And this is just what keeps going through my head. For a person that have never been to jail, you're talking about a shock treatment. It's scary for somebody that have never been to jail. And if you've been to jail, you know, for some people it ain't no thing. But if you've never been to jail, there's no place to be. Yeah, me too. And it did. Because like I think I told y'all, um, the stuff that we have had to uh, get done to us, like we have had to be sprayed with mace in our face, so you can know what it feels like when you spray somebody. Hit by the taser, yes. So you know how it feels when you taser somebody. Um, to be shackled and handcuffed, not just handcuffed, to be shackled and handcuffed and to be transported for like 3 hours somewhere to a another jail or prison and in shackles. It's, oh gosh, that's so uncomfortable. There's no way that life is not for me. Then people have to stay shackled that long. You can't move. You can't get comfortable. If you have an itch, you can't just reach up there and scratch your nose or your head or your face. You have to do this because you shackled your feet to your hand, and you have to do all of this, or either ask somebody to scratch your head, scratch your nose, and then to have